So I watched Dune 2, and it's safe to say that I liked it a lot. Let's get into this review.
You are not prepared for what is to come.
Hey, what up, YouTube? It's me, Welcome in this, back again for another review. And this time, we're going to talk about probably the biggest release for this year, the most anticipated movie of the year for me for sure, for my brother for sure, and for many others for sure. It is Dune Part 2. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, cinematography by Greg Fraser, and the score by Hans Zimmer. Let me tell you, we're gonna get straight into the reviews. Drop a like and subscribe for more reviews to come in the future. When you have Denis Villeneuve directing, Greg Fraser, I believe that's his name, the cinematographer, on the cinematography, and Hans Zimmer on the score, it's just perfection. You just can't get a better movie out of that, you know? And this movie's amazing, amazing. Let's start with the cinematography. There's some amazing shots. There's an amazing shot of Paul walking in the crowd. It's freaking awesome. The fight between him and Fade Raffer is phenomenally shot. There's some gorgeous shots in this movie that are just like out of this world. The cinematography of this movie makes you feel like any other movie you've watched this year, just ugly, you know, in its sense, because this guy's too good at his job. The score, Hans Zimmer, brings the emotions with the score. I think Arrival is my favorite. If you are listening to the playlist, I think that's my favorite. But he brings the emotions, the intensity of some of the decision making in the movie through the score. Even if the actor didn't act so well in that scene, his score would have bring that emotion. Even though, I'll be honest, we'll get into the actors later, they bring it on. But the score just conveys the emotions, the different places they are, the different people they're dealing, the different situations, all really well. Talk about Denis Villeneuve. Out of every single movie I've watched from Denis Villeneuve, I've never given it lower than a 4.5. Never. He just has really good movies. This guy, I haven't watched a bad movie he has made. He's just one of the best. And it's fantastic, his way of envisioning this world. Especially the scene where we're introduced to Fade Raffer, into the Harkonnens world. That world is freaking amazing. The black and white, the voices, the sound design of the voices they do. The fight scene is freaking awesome. When the fireworks are being released and it's splatters of paint, it's freaking amazing. I love that scene. It might be my favorite scene of the movies when he's introduced. Just for the sense of how well it is creative and how Denis Villeneuve envisions that scene. Anyways, let's get into the acting performances, which somehow the actors really bring it on. And let's start with Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet has a phenomenal character development in this movie. From not wanting to be the savior, just wanting to be part of the people, to having to embrace it, or else it will end up on more deaths. And we'll find out later on, I know a little bit of the story of the books, that this will actually be his downfall. And I love that character development throughout the movie and how Timothée Chalamet can really act, especially when he embraces being the savior. It's just fantastic. He goes on a speech scene there, and when he first embraces with the whole Fremen people, and it's phenomenal. Zendaya almost brought me to tears a couple of times, because she conveys that romance. She puts all her trust on Paul, and then once he betrays her and breaks her heart, the one reaction she has right there breaks your heart. Zendaya really brings it. I've never been 100% fan of her, but never hated her, but I really liked her in this movie, and she really surprised me from what I've seen in the past. Like, I think my favorite role I had seen her before this was Euphoria, and that's because she's really good in that show. Amazing performance is Javier Bardem. he brings this leader that is so convicted on his religions and beliefs and the stories that was passed on that it's almost funny but scary how much he puts his trust on Paul Modib. And it sometimes is funny, but you also can see how scary that is and how religion is a powerful tool. Ferguson's characters really uses that power of religion to manipulate the Fremen people, and it's crazy. This movie has so many great writing moments. Christopher Walken as the Emperor, he's just there, being him. Not much. Florence Pugh as an actress. I haven't seen her ever perform bad, so she's not necessarily bad in this movie. But also, I don't feel like she brings anything interesting in this movie. I'll be honest. But I think she's a setup for the next one. I think she'll be much more of a predominant character in the next one. And then we have Austin Butler as Freight Offer. Those are the highlights for me. Austin Butler kills as a villain. He's introduced properly. He acts maniacally, and also it's like a very calm but crazy person that is the type of villain you would like to see. And he does really well on it, even though sometimes you can hear the Elvis accent coming in a little bit in there. He does fantastic on it. The movie's freaking awesome. If you're gonna go watch it on IMAX for sure. IMAX. We're watching it a second time on Dolby just to get the audio side of things more. But the movie's amazing. You should definitely check it out. Those are my honest thoughts. I think the movie is nearly perfection. The only criticism I had is that Dave Bautista's character is a little too exaggerated for me, but everything else I love in this movie, and I don't have any complaints. I've not read the books, so the movies is all I know about the world of Dune. But I'm excited to see Dune this time whenever he releases that, because he said it won't be his next movie, so we don't know how long that's gonna take to come out. But thanks for watching, guys. If you wanna see more reviews like this or movie talks or a new series I'm gonna be introduced in the middle of this month, which is Book Talk, subscribe in the channel and stay tuned for that Book Talk video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.